everybody, and welcome to the Upkeep for Monday, March 20th, 2023.
That's right. It's all the magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
Happy first day of spring, everybody. To celebrate, we've brought you some magic news, this time about Lord of the Rings.
Yes, we have the Tales of Middle-earth first look that happened last week. Previews for this will officially begin on the 30th and run through the 9th, but Wizards has already shown off some of the cards, and they are pretty cool.
Yeah, we talked about some of them last week, but we have some new ones this week, including, we talked about the One Ring last week, but now we know that there's going to be a true One Ring printed in this set.
There is going to be a 1 of 1 printed in the Black Speech of Sauron.
Wow.
It can only be found in a single English language collector booster, which also means it could be in a gift bundle.
This is beautiful, by the way,
Yes.
and is truly a Willy Wonka golden ticket situation.
People are wildly speculating on how much it will end up being worth, and some people already are offering payments which could be not high enough despite being $100,000 or more.
Oh, I think this baby's going for upwards of $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I think anyway.
All right.
We also saw some soul rings, so you can get other rings of power themed after the elves, dwarves, and mortal men. They will be serialized, with the elvish version being the most rare in both foil and non-foil. You can also get these in non-serialized versions, but a kind of cool way to get some kind of chase soul rings.
Yeah, and it makes sense, you know, the elves only had 3.
That's true. That's a good point.
You know, the dwarves had their 7 and the humans had their 9. That ended up real badly for them.
I don't know. I don't know who made the decisions on the number of which got which, but I feel like some mistakes were made.
I feel like we should have not let humans have 9. This just seems like a lot for them.
But I guess that was probably the point, right?
Yeah.
They also showed off more preview cards like Frodo, Sauron's Bane, which is a single white mana for a 1/2 legendary creature halfling citizen. Frodo, you can pay hybrid white-black mana, hybrid white-black. If Frodo, Sauron's Bane is a citizen, it becomes a halfling scout with base power and toughness 2/3 and lifelink.
Ooh.
You can also pay 3 black mana. If Frodo is a scout, whenever it becomes a halfling rogue with, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times this game. Otherwise, the ring tempts you.
Wow.
What does that mean?
Spooky.
We don't know yet, but we'll find out.
We also have Tom Bombadil. None other than what they've decided is a god bard.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
White, blue, black, red, green. Makes sense, honestly, for old Tom. 4/4, as long as there are 4 or more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and indestructible.
I love this card.
Really cool. Whenever the final chapter ability of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a saga card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This ability triggers only once each turn. So guess what? Your saga goes off. Go and get another one.
This is a great commander card.
Very nice.
Very excited for Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
Reminder, this set is fully draftable and it is modern legal, everybody. So this is going to feed into the 3rd Pro Tour this year, which is July 28th through the 30th in Barcelona. The pre-release is happening June 16th through the 22nd. The arena release is on June 20th. There's also a new kit that's coming out with the release of this. It's a Magic Starter Kit, which has 2 decks in it that are good for beginners. It also has 10 new to Magic cards, which are also going to be modern legal, like Aragorn and Arwen Wed, which is just beautiful.
Yeah, really lovely art. We also have Sauron the Lidless Eye. Less beautiful. Less lovely.
Truly less beautiful. And that name just really sits wrong with me. You know what I mean?
There's something about it that is pretty disturbing all the way down.
All the way down. This set is also playing around with making scenes from placing cards side by side. There are 7 total scenes you can make, including a new one they just showed off, which shows the ring being destroyed.
Yes.
And Gollum reaching for it, which can be found in bundles or collector boosters. There's also an epic 18 card scene that you can make.
Yeah, was that the Battle of Helm's Deep that they previewed?
Yeah.
Really cool.
Very cool.
We also got a first peek at the Commander decks decks, which will be fully previewed on June 8th. There's Riders of Rohan, which is white, red, blue. Food and Fellowship, which is green, black, white. We know that this one has Sam, Loyal Attendant.
Oh, Sam!
Yeah, 1 green, white, a 2/4 legendary creature, halfling peasant, which partners with Frodo, Adventurous Hobbit.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yep.
Very
and of course,
cute.
it makes a food token.
I knew food tokens were going to be in this set.
Of course they were.
They had to be.
There must be a second breakfast card.
If there's not a second breakfast that makes two foods.
If there's not a second breakfast card, everyone.
I'm going to riot.
Everyone, get ready to get mad.
There's also the Elven Council, which is blue-green and features Radagast, Wizard of the Wilds, which is 2 green-blue for a 3/5 Avatar Wizard with Ward 1. Beasts and birds you control also have Ward 1. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, choose one. You get to either make a 3/3 green beast or a 2/2 blue bird creature token.
Nice.
I love Radagast. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Nice to see Radagast getting some screen time.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we have the Hosts of Mordor, which will be red, black, blue.
In other news, speaking of the One Ring and expensive Magic cards, a Black Lotus just sold for the highest amount that it's ever been sold for.
That's right, $540,000. This is only one of 6 Black Lotuses with a Gem Mint 10 rating. So there's only 6 in the whole world. And the case was signed by Christopher Rush. An identical one, again, the same Gem Mint 10 rating and signed by Christopher Rush, sold 2 years ago for $510,000.
Wow.
Suggesting that prices may be stabilizing for these cards. Did you know, Maria?
What?
That the cost of a Black Lotus tripled between 2019 and 2021.
It did?
Yes.
Oh.
Because there was kind of like the big collecting boom of the 2020 pandemic.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, when especially like Magic, which was already doing really well, really exploded. A lot of other collecting exploded, and so it tripled in that time.
All right, $500,000. Okay. Good to know what I'm saving
Real
up
chill.
for. We crowned a winner in Arena Championship 2 this past weekend. Hiroshi Onizuka won it all with the deck Is It Wizards in Historic in the 31-player field. It's a very cool deck, and it turns out he accidentally posted it in a Discord seen by other players 3 days before the event, and he won the whole thing anyway.
Nice. What a flex. What a flex. Hey, here's my list.
Yeah.
But also, well, I'll take this whole thing
I'm going to win
down.
anyway. Yeah. He won $30,000 and an invite to this year's World Championship, which is happening this fall in Vegas, along with the other finalist, Alexi Polo, who played Is It Phoenix. So 2 Is It decks in the finals of this tournament. And Historic, by the way, looked very cool.
Nice.
Very cool looking
I've heard
format.
good things about it. You can work on qualifying for Arena Championships by doing well at qualifier weekends and thereby placing well on the overall leaderboard for those events. There are 2 more Arena Championships coming up this season.
Yeah, they're held about every 4 months, so keep your eyes open for the next one, Arena Championship number 3 on the horizon.
Next up, we had a regional championship this past weekend, the Gathering Series Showdown Finals, which was Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean's regional championship. Congratulations to Jesus Adan Calzada, who won the event with Rakdos Reanimator.
All right.
Pretty cool. He won an invite to the Pro Tour and the World Championship. Congratulations as well to the rest of the top 4, Uriel Ortiz, Marlon Avila, and Christian Zuniga, who also won invites to the PT. They were on Grixis midrange, Esper Legends, and Mono White midrange respectively, meaning that was 4 different decks in the top 4.
Standard looks great right now.
It really does. Coming up this weekend are 2 more regional championships. There's the MTG China Open and Face to Face East.
Yeah, and that's going to have video coverage of day 2 over on Twitch. So make sure and check that out because I want to watch some Standard. This format seems great right now.
It seems good.
And finally, Oathbreaker, congratulations to you. You are the newest official Magic the Gathering format.
Yay!
This is a fast singleton multiplayer format invented by the people behind Magic Kids, which is the Magic charity, with the aim of being able to play a game over your lunch hour.
We love playing Oathbreaker. 1, you don't have to shuffle 100 cards.
No, just 60.
And 2, it's so quick. You can get a multiplayer experience without having to commit an enormous chunk of time.
Absolutely.
You have a Planeswalker, which is your deck's color identity, much like a commander is, plus a signature spell, which can be cast only when your Oathbreaker aka that Planeswalker, is in play. Both are susceptible to the command tax, but that does mean that you can cast that signature spell multiple times over the course of a game.
Absolutely. Like we said, you have 60 cards in your deck. You start at 20 life. There is a ban list, which is ongoing. So if you find something that should be banned, you can just let them know, tell them why. It's an evolving new format. You can watch a video of us playing some Oathbreaker on our channel. It's really, really fun. We have Judge Rob come on our podcast and talk about Oathbreaker all the time. So he's coming on next week, actually, to give us his top 10 ideas for Planeswalkers and signature spells to help jumpstart some ideas in your brain for decks.
You can also search our podcast for any time that Judge Rob has been on. If it's not to talk about the rules for an upcoming set release, then it's usually to talk about Oathbreaker and give us cool ideas for Oathbreaker decks. Most recently, he told us all about a Vraska deck with the newest Phyrexian Vraska that you can make an Oathbreaker. So if you want some ideas, you can check out those past episodes with Judge Rob.
You can also go to oathbreakermtg.org for more info. And like we said, Rob's coming on the show next week, so you can hear more about it. Well, that's all the magical news we have for you this week, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Check out Good Luck High Five, our full-length podcast, wherever you're listening to this. And make sure to support us over on Patreon by going to patreon.com/glhfmagic.